Today we will be taking a look at the top of the modular helmets, the Schuberth C5 versus the Shoei Neotec 2. We have sent our test rider on its way, measured the data and compared the results to figure out which one is better. Hi everyone, my name is Timo of Champion Helmets and welcome to our channel. Before we start the video, I would like to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you will stay up to date when it comes to the latest reviews, road tests and guides. Also, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment if you have any questions or feedback. Shoei and Schuberth keep the touring market interesting with the Neotec 2 and the C5. The Neotec 2 is Shoei's top modular helmet and the C5 is Schuberth's top helmet. One of the first similarities is the recommended retail price, as both helmets have a recommended retail price of just over 600 euros or around 670 US dollars, with Schuberth being just slightly more expensive than the Shoei. We will start with the Shoei Neotec 2. The material of the shell is Shoei's AIM or Advanced Integrated Matrix, which is a blend of fiberglass and organic fibers. This means that the Neotec 2 comes in at a fairly light weight of around 1660 grams in a size M. The Neotec 2 comes in 3 outer shell sizes, which is good because the more shell size you have, the more compact the helmet fits. This results in less unnecessary material being used and therefore the helmet will be lighter. In addition, a compact helmet also looks better. The visor is pinlock prepared and the pinlock comes standard in the box. To apply a pinlock lens, you can place it on the inside of your visor. This will function as double glazing and prevents your visor from fogging up. The Neotec 2 also features an advanced visor mechanism that pulls the visor tightly onto the shell. This ensures that no water can enter the helmet and the noise level is reduced while riding. There is also an integrated sun visor that can be controlled with a slider on the side of the helmet, and the visor itself can be removed very easily. The Neotec 2 features an adjustable ventilation opening on the chin that blows air onto the visor to prevent fogging. Furthermore, there is an adjustable ventilation opening on top of the helmet that you can adjust in 3 different positions. All this warm air can then escape from the opening at the back of the helmet. For maximum ventilation, you can always flip up the chin piece. The liner of the Neotec 2 is Shoei's 3D liner, which is removable, washable and antibacterial. And it has extra inserts on the ears that will reduce noise. Whether this really makes a difference, we will see it in our road test. The helmet features a ratchet closure and the helmet is prepared for the Sena SRL2 communication system. Once the liner is removed, we can see the EPS channels inside the helmet. Now let's see how the Shoei Neotec 2 does on the road. As always, we test our helmets at a speed of 130 km an hour on the highway for consistent results. When we tested the Neotec 2, we were in the middle of a heat wave, so this is the perfect test to see if its ventilation is doing its job. During our test, we had an average wind speed of 130 km an hour. With an outside temperature of 32 degrees Celsius and inside the helmet we measured 31 degrees, which shows that the ventilation is doing a great job and our rider could definitely appreciate this with these warm temperatures. With a wind speed of 130 km an hour, we had a value of 101 decibels, which is also very good for a modular helmet since they tend to be louder than full face helmets. But before seeing how it scores against the Schuberth C5, let's check out the rest of the data. The Schuberth C5 is the successor of the Schuberth C4 Pro, which has long been regarded as one of the better modular helmets. The C5 consists of multiple types of fiber, including fiberglass and carbon. This was done by using Schuberth's signature DFP or direct fiber processing. This makes sure that the helmet is very lightweight at about 1650 grams, which is lighter than the Neotec 2. What is remarkable is that the Schuberth C5 compared to the Neotec 2 is only available in 2 shell sizes. And what is unique about the C5? The C5 is the first helmet from Schuberth that is PJ certified. This means that it's also approved as an open face helmet and you may therefore ride with the chin power up. The C5 visor has been further developed. This means that the improved mechanism pulls the visor tighter against the shell. This keeps the wind and noise out even better. The integrated sun visor is operated by a sliding button on the side of the helmet. What's striking about this is that it slides down pretty far, which is nice with a low-hanging sun. Furthermore, the C5 comes standard with a Pinlock Max Vision 120 lens in the box. The C5 has a new ventilation system. The C5 has a double chin air outlet with interchangeable filters, combined with a new rear spoiler with air outlet and uncovered EPS ventilation channels. The lining of the Schuberth C5 is removable, washable and antibacterial. The C5 also comes with extra padding that allows you to adjust the fit to your head. Where Shoei has the personal fit, Schuberth does this a simple way by providing additional pads. Once the liner is removed, we can see the EPS channel inside and it's prepared for the incorporation of a communication system thanks to the built-in speakers. Now let's see how the C5 does on the road. When we tested the C5, it was a lot colder than when we tested the Shoei Neotec 2. We also did this with a speed of 130 km/h on the highway. We had an exterior temperature of 13 degrees Celsius and the interior of the helmet was exactly the same temperature, which means that there is no difference between the inside and outside temperature of the helmet. With a wind speed of 120 km/h, we had a value of 98 decibels, which is an excellent result. This makes it 3 decibels quieter than the Neotec 2. 3 decibels doesn't seem like much, but this is actually quite a big difference at these high numbers. Now that we have tested both helmets and have all our values, we can see how many stars both helmets score in our star rating. We are going to start with the material part. And because the Shoei consists of fiberglass composite and has 3 outer shell sizes, it scores 3.5 stars. The Schuberth consists of fiberglass and carbon, but only has 2 outer shell sizes, so it only scores 3 stars. The Neotec 2 weighs 1660 grams, so it scores 3 stars, and the C5 also scores 3 stars here with a weight of 1647 grams. The visor of the Neotec 2 and the C5 are both pinlock prepared and the lens comes standard in the box for both helmets. The only difference is that the visor mechanism on the Shoei Neotec 2 is slightly better, giving it 5 stars compared to the 4.5 stars for the C5. The Neotec 2 had an inside temperature that was 1 degree cooler than the outside temperature, where the C5 maintained the same temperature. As a result, the Neotec 2 scores 5 stars and the C5 scores 4 stars. The Neotec 2 had a value of 101 decibels, earning it a score of 3.5 stars, and the C5 scores 4.5 stars here, with an extremely good result of only 98 decibels. Our test rider found both helmets very comfortable and he mentioned that both helmets come with all the bells and whistles. So they both score 5 stars for comfort. With an advised retail price of both just over 600 euros or around 670 US dollars, you will pay 21 euros per earned star for the Shoei Neotec 2 and 22 euros per earned star for the Schuberth C5. Both helmets score an average of 4 stars, which is a very good result and show that both helmets are at the absolute top of the quality modular helmets. So they stack up very equally, with the Neotec having a slight advantage. This minimal difference was made by 4 things. The C5 had 1 less helmet shell, was 1 degree warmer in the ventilation, the Shoei Neotec 2 had a slightly better visor mechanism and a just slightly better value for money. The C5, on the other hand, was stronger on weight, was quieter on the road and had more options. So, both helmets performed very well, and depending on the criteria you find important, you may lean more towards one over the other. So do you think the Shoei Neotec 2 or the Schuberth C5 are something for you? Then be sure to check out www.championhelmets.com, where we offer the lowest price guarantees and very nice discount bundles. If you have any further questions, feel free to ask them. Thank you for watching. My name is Timo from Champion Helmets, and until next time.